Welcome to Women Who Inspire Technology. In part 2, we will look at how women can develop their digital skills and what support is available. We've interviewed women who've started their own businesses, women who have left their jobs, women who work with networks, women who are considering what they'd like to do next, as well as those who work with those within the tech and telecom sector. I wanted to find out what support was available for startups and women in technology.
There are two organisations you go to. British Library do courses as well, on websites, ads, that kind of thing. And also there's a great newsletter called Own It. That talks a little bit more about intellectual property, but they do have courses on there about websites, apps, etc. So you can look at that, and that you can look at home.
You don't actually have to do everything yourself. You know, yes, there are 168 hours in the week, but you need to rest as well. And if you work, you've got family to look after, and you're trying to, formulate this business, and you're learning how to bookkeep, how to web develop, how to market, at some point you need to get somebody else or some other people to help you. So there are two websites that I wanted to share. One is called peopleperhour.com. I love that site, but basically you can put your request on there, an hourly or a gig, whatever it's called. I think it's more hourlies these days, but you have in mind how much you are prepared to pay, and people will pitch, their skills, experience to you, and then you decide if you want to go ahead, who you want to go ahead with. If it doesn't work, there are contingencies in place so that you don't lose pocket, you don't lose out. Another one is called Fiverr.com. It's it's a US based one, but it's $5. So if you really wanted to get your website up and ready, so you'd find a hosting company, you'd sort all of that out, and then you'd go on Fiverr.com, pay $5. The last time I did it, that's like £3.17. I think that's accessible to everyone, hopefully, even on the tightest budget. And, they will set up WordPress for you. Look at the ratings of people before you give them, your hosting details, etc.
There's lots of support available, especially here in London, even nationwide. I know that there's the startup loans that's been run by the government.
There's lots of business clubs, not just for women, because you may get just as good advice off a man running a business than what you will off of a woman. So, but there does seem to be a massive influx of places you can go that will teach you the skills. Government-backed schemes as well, things that you can get on, give you the training, give you the understanding that you need, and ultimately give you the confidence in your product or your service that you're a business owner and you've got the skills that you need.
We are a co-working space and a community for startups, anyone who's in business, freelancers, anyone who's not part of a big organisation but maybe is working at home at the moment, or is exploring a different kind of path, a different kind of professional future for themselves. So I just checked the statistics. We have more women than men here, 61%. So we do have quite a few women here, and actually, interestingly enough, we have quite a few women in technology here as well. We have more women who do technology-related stuff work than men. Career Player interviewed a variety of women who work in technology and asked them about the support that was available.
Through the Microsoft Women Initiative, I was sent off to London to do a day of coding, and it was aimed at people that have never coded anything in their lives. And by the end of the day, I'd written my own app, so there's definitely a big kind of female unity to kind of try and get us more visible within the industry.
We have something called the Women's Interest Network, which is a global initiative that brings employees together who are interested in how we can progress women's careers.
American Express have a Women in Technology network, which I'm actually part of as the communications manager.
So we take a lot of what the WIN organisation does and try and make it much more specific to what do we need to do to attract females into IT.
1/3 of the company consists of R&D, and that's why we think we're a technical company. I know that in terms of like hiring, we try to get involved in a lot of women in technology events, make sure people know how it is to work here.
Bloomberg was a really easy choice for me because it offered this training scheme where you could build up from nothing. So that was really good for me. I got paid to learn all these things that I would have to do anyway to get into this career.
I interviewed Jackie Wright, who's a VP at Microsoft.
It's really incumbent upon each and everybody to have an element of technology awareness, have some basic technology skills, and make sure that if you want a career, you have had the necessary training with some basic technology skills.
But what helped me at uni was the extra stuff that I did. So getting together with my peers, going out there, filming, networking, doing work experience, internships in the holidays, that's the stuff that counts.
It's important for women to develop their digital skills for a number of reasons. Firstly, you know, if they've got kids, they need to be on the ball in terms of what their kids are up to. I think that's from a personal perspective. I think from a business perspective, it's where we communicate. Everything is online. The people that we go to employ will know this digital world far better than what we do. I think it's good for connections and meeting new people. I think it's brilliant from a research perspective. I didn't think I would have as many social media channels as I have, but that comes with caution because you do different things on different channels. I think we all need to be au fait with kind of the way that digital media is going, especially from a business perspective, because it's how we'll eventually do all of our business.
Because when you think about technology and the things you have to do, the services that you are enabling, it's more of a global than it has ever been.
I use a lot of social media, and it's taken me a while to know what works best. So my website is a communications tool, so I have to work out, I've got a Twitter page, I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram page. I find Instagram harder to use because I think Instagram's more personal, and I think if you're selling yourself, or if it's food, something, I don't know, a product that people can kind of hold and touch, it's a bit easier to use Instagram, in my opinion. Someone else might make it work in a different way.
So if you want to start using social media, start with maybe Facebook, one that you know, and really get to understand how it works, and look for people that you know and ask them to spread the word. Every time they like, share or comment about something that your business has put out there, it makes it accessible to their friends. They can see, their timeline and everything they've done. Somebody else will then like, share, how everything goes viral. And then once you've mastered one, you can maybe add another one.
I use LinkedIn a lot, and the reason I use that is to network and to maintain my network. And it's a great tool because networking is a great skill to learn, and I think especially women and my colleagues, my female colleagues, they shy away from networking to some extent because there's negative connotations with it. But networking, once you approach it in the right way and you connect in the right way, it will really open up doors for you. And once you understand how it can, do that for you, then things like LinkedIn are perfect for maintaining and keeping in contact with that vast network.
Thank you.